heathens. Let me see something. Grand rising, heathens. On this good Sabbath. Good Sabbath day. Rising, heathens. It's early this morning. It's a little too bright for y'all. It's about right there for y'all. What time is it? 6:08, heathens, on this good grand Sabbath day. It's a good Sabbath day. Kentucky Derby week. Get some petrol, man. Get some petrol. Yeah, man. Old crooked mouth Bernie Sanders. I told y'all, he talking about that same old bullshit he talked about when he first came into politics, y'all. That's the same shit he came in capping off of. The oligarchy. Bitch, you're an oligarchy, motherfucker. You can tell by your crooked ass mouth and your wicked ass smile, goddammit. Fuck you talking about the rich stay rich, the billionaire club. Bitch, who you defending? George Soros, goddammit? Ain't here oligarchy too, goddammit? Bill Gates and the rest of your cronies, goddammit? And every time you pop your crooked face up around, goddammit, there's always some bullshit going on. Just like last year, the BLM and Antifa riot up in Philadelphia, the protests that end up being off the hook. You understand me? And then here you come again with another protest getting people's locked up. Once again, the protester slaves. That's all they are, protester slaves. For George Soros and Alex Soros, maybe Bill Gates and the rest of them cronies that want to depopulate the world. And I can't believe niggas is still jumping out the window going to these bullshit ass protesters that don't get nothing accomplished. They just wasting your time, and it goes to show you that you're taking crumbs off the plate, $50 to $100, to go out there and hold the sign up and sit your ass down at the bottom of the goddamn vessel of the slave ship once again. Just like the past, y'all was sitting in the bottom of the goddamn slave ship waiting for the goddamn, what they call them? The soldiers to come lock your dumb ass up. Was it worth it? God damn it, you don't even get out and advocate for your own goddamn neighborhood. But yet, your black ass out there in that goddamn protest getting locked up for what? You don't even get locked up for your own goddamn peoples in your own community. Y'all look so sad out there, man. Protesting, getting batteries put in your back. And that's the definition of a battery being put in your goddamn back. You goddamn puppet. For all you niggas that's out there still engaging into these weak ass protesters, slavery-like mentality with you Negroes. You Negroes don't learn, man. You Negroes don't learn, man. Not at all. Hold on, million Muppets. Let's listen to this crooked mouth motherfucker. Get tired of these motherfuckers, man. These motherfuckers are like roaches, man. Fucking pain in the ass. Bernie Crooked Mouth Sanders in Philadelphia causing mayhem once again, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, it never fails with these Democrats, man. They always finding a loser to come out the goddamn woodworks and cause mayhem. And here it is, Bernie Sanders once again in Philadelphia. He's from Vermont. But he's in Philadelphia causing mayhem once again, ladies and gentlemen. It never fails when it comes to these Democrats. Y'all pay attention. They go out there, they put these batteries in some of these niggas' backs, and these niggas be out that motherfucker capping like a motherfucker. Once again, for crooked mouth Bernie Sanders. These dudes are losers, man. Like, it's sad, man. Once again, in Philadelphia, causing mayhem. Let's take a visit when he was there last year, causing mayhem when the Democrats was in the street, BLM and Antifa. Let's check that out real quick. Hold on, y'all.
We really need to hear directly from people. What people are talking about right now will be critically important to decisions that the city will make and that ultimately legislative and policy changes that could ensue as well. Philadelphia Councilwoman Helen Kim is prepared to listen to more than 24 speakers today. Many of them people who took to the...
They want a free pass so they can go out there and cause more mayhem in the streets and destruction with these million Muppets.
Streets of Philadelphia following George Floyd's death, calling for an end to systemic racism and police brutality. I think it gives a fuller picture of what happened across the city during, a lot of days of civil unrest.
The hearing comes as council focuses on police reform, especially following the widely criticized use of force on demonstrators back on June 1st. This was the scene that played out that day on I-676. A Philadelphia SWAT officer captured on video removing a kneeling protester's mask and pepper spraying that person in the face. Kim says hearing stories like these is just the beginning.
If we have even a shot at convincing people that things are going to change, that we can make change right now, we're going to have to walk that journey with a lot of people who felt a lot of pain and anger and trauma and still came forward to tell a story because they know that if they speak, that maybe we have a chance to change things.
Today's hearing starts at 4:30 in the afternoon. At City Hall, Jan Caraveo.
7 demonstrators are marching in Center City as part of a nationwide May Day rally in opposition of the Trump administration's recent policies. Thank you for joining us. I'm Fred Shropshire. U.S. Senator Bernie Sanders led today's May Day rally in Philadelphia, drawing huge crowds at City Hall. Sanders made the stop as part of his Fighting Oligarchy tour.
Tour, goddammit. Who you fight? Who you defending? George Soros, goddammit. You from Vermont. Why you in Philadelphia with your fuck shit? Bringing that fuck shit down here again like you did last couple years back when they had that shit going on. I told y'all their playbook is wide open, ladies and gentlemen. That shit is trash. Their playbook is trash like a motherfucker. You understand me? That's a fact. That shit wide open. We see all the players, y'all. We know the players. We know them by face, what they all about. And we see what Bernie about, y'all. Crooked mouth goddamn bastard. He about that fuck shit, y'all. Gathering up Muppets, puppets, and have them march down Sesame Street, goddammit. That's all y'all was doing. And sitting at the bottom of the goddamn slave ship. When you got locked up, they put your ass in the little cage. Goddammit. You are a slave, goddammit. And you proving us right. That you niggas ain't nothing but motherfucking followers. That don't even fight for your own goddamn community. But y'all quick to go out there and take that little $50 battery in your back. And get locked up. And get a charge. Bernie full of shit, man. Facts. Facts. Straight full of shit. Motherfuckers believing in that motherfucker, man, they stupider than he is. I mean, like I said, half them jokers, y'all, they be them goddamn old heads, y'all. Them senior citizens that they be preying on. That's their age. Maxine Waters and all them old losers. Oh, he been into You just said that's it, nah.
Senator Bernie Sanders led today's May Day rally in Philadelphia, drawing huge crowds at City Hall. Sanders made the stop as part of his Fighting Oligarchy tour, and he sent a message not just to President Trump, but also to his Democratic colleagues.
And here is the bottom line, and I say that to my Democratic colleagues in the Congress. Stop defending the status quo economically. In which the rich get richer and working people struggle should not be defended.
The crowd then started making its way through Center City starting just after 5:30. NBC 10's Aaron Baskerville has been following the march. He joins us now from Broad and Race Streets with the latest. Aaron, a lot going on behind you.
Yeah, a lot going on, Fred, right now. Things kind of took a little bit of a turn. Some of the protesters got a warning twice to vacate so they can open up Broad and Vine. And you can see some are now being put in zip ties and being led away over to a bus that's over there. We've seen at least two others being put in zip ties. So as you can see back over here, there's a line of officers here. I'm going to see if somebody will talk to us and see if she'll say anything to us about what's going on right now. Do you have anything to say? No? Solidarity. Is it worth it to make a stand like this?
Solidarity forever.
So what's going on right now? Do you have anything to say? No? Solidarity. Is it worth it to make a stand like this?
Solidarity forever.
So you heard right there, solidarity forever. A lot of workers and protesters were out here starting at 4 o'clock or so, fighting back against the Trump administration, fighting back against the wealthy billionaires, sticking up for workers and things like that. So just follow me back over here. Sorry, we're just trying to navigate through some of the area. Back over here is where a lot of the protesters about
that's when them niggas big when she was out there getting locked up. What was she saying? Solidarity or some shit. You don't even go in your community and talk that solidarity shit. People got killed in your community this morning. God damn it. What the solidarity that you talking about? Ride on past Kroger. Y'all know they shut Kroger doors. They shut Kroger doors yesterday, y'all. So Kroger is officially shut down, y'all. The emergency room. I think it's still a little medical office inside that's probably still working, but as far as the real deal Holyfield, for the peoples, the only thing I can say is where all these, you see, we can discuss this shit all day long about these heathens, y'all. These puppets. I mean, out here capping and caping for other motherfuckers, but they can't even cape for y'all hospital to stay open, goddammit. You understand me? Call 911. Emergency department closed. Damn. Where your billionaire friends at? Crooked Mouth, Bernie, and the rest of you heathens that's on that demonic Democrat party. Why y'all couldn't come up with a solution to save these hospitals? The same hospitals y'all was capable for people to run out and line up and take a motherfucking experiment, goddammit. Where were the outrage for these hospitals? The same way y'all was lining up selling niggas once again on the plantation for an experiment, goddammit. And once again, it was house niggas. It's always them niggas like on that video, you see them niggas whooping Kunta Kinte into the goddamn cage, right? Y'all saying it live. That's why I played it, to show you that it was niggas selling niggas into slavery. Your own peoples. being sold out. Ladies and gentlemen, to this day, them same niggas was out there capping for you to line up and take a motherfucking experiment, but ain't had no motherfucking fight for the hospitals. They might have said this and that and the third, a couple rallies here and there, but goddamn it, this should have been an outrage. It should have been so many people in the streets and on those properties, goddamn it, the news wouldn't even made it up on the goddamn scene, goddamn it.
Will be critically important to decisions that the city will make and that ultimately legislative and policy changes that
Understand me?
Philadelphia Councilwoman Helen Gibbs.
That's a 100% fact.
2 speakers.
And a lot of people, and I'm sorry to say it, man, but a lot of people gonna lose their lives, man. They set y'all up a couple. This think, y'all. Just sit back and think for a little bit. They set y'all up to take an experiment, and they was fighting like a motherfucker for y'all to take that goddamn experiment, right?
Systemic racism and police brutality.
I think it gives
And then
a fuller picture of what happened.
now the hospital's closing down.
You know,
Make it make sense, ladies and gentlemen. Make it make sense. Now y'all out here scrambling in the backfield
especially following
like a
the widely
motherfucking
criticized
quarterback,
use of
like
force
Doug
on
Flutie.
demonstrators back on June
Y'all in the
1st.
motherfucking
This was the scene that played out that day
back
on
scrambling like motherfucking Doug Flutie to find out what type of insurance gonna accept from different. It fucked the peoples up once again.
Spraying that person in the face. Kim says hearing stories
You
like
understand me?
these is just the beginning.
If we have even a shot
Once again.
at convincing people that things are going to
But
change,
come on, man. That's the only time y'all see these motherfuckers, man, when they want y'all to be out here causing mass
a lot of pain.
destruction and mayhem on your own communities, but can't even go in to fight for your basic needs, man. Fucking hospital.
Maybe we have a chance to change things.
This hearing starts at 4:30 in the
The kids in the community gunning each other down wholesale. Where the outrage, where the solidarity and all that shit at? These same coon ass motherfuckers that be out here capping for the Democratic Party.
Sanders made the stop as part of his Fighting Oligarchy tour.
Oligarchy, he is an oligarchy, goddammit. Look at his mouth, I keep telling y'all. Stop listening to these motherfuckers, y'all. He out there fighting for George Soros and his billions of dollars. US aid and all that shit. DEI and all that old fuck shit. Fuck out of here, crooked mouth bastard. Mouth like a mummy, goddammit. You don't even know what's coming out of your shit. Well, you know what's coming out of it, because you've been saying the same shit since you got into politics, nigga. You understand me? Like I said, they got black niggas and they got white niggas. You seen niggas getting locked up during the protest, and you seen white niggas getting locked up during the protest. You see what I'm saying? Because them niggas, once again, want to be followers and shit, not leaders, and get into their own goddamn community and say the babies in their community. They rather go out there and cap and save George Soros billions that he's using his money, like he said, to depopulate the world. And they got these coon ass niggas once again
bullshit, man.
signing up for their own demise. Understand me? For their own demise. That's a fact, not fiction. It's only fiction when y'all listening to those demons that we call the Democratic Party. And we all know they are.
You just said that same
Yeah. Been saying that same line since he got into politics, they saying. And he still coming with that same line, y'all. Their playbook is trash. Their playbook is trash like a motherfucker, y'all. That shit wide open. And we don't respect it. These motherfuckers is here to cause
Senator
mass
Bernie
confusion.
Sanders led today's May Day rally in Philadelphia, drawing huge crowds at City Hall. Sanders made the stop as
Paid actors. That's all they are, paid actors. And y'all only cover, like I said, the local news around here only cover fuck shit when it comes from the left. Who gives a damn about that? Who gives a damn about that shit? God damn it. Bunch of heathens out there acting like fools, wasting their time. God damn it. Look out your door. What happened? What had you accomplished when you was out that bitch getting locked up, put back on the slave ship? What have you accomplished? Huh? A record on your rap sheet?
Democratic colleagues.
And here is the bottom line, and I say that to my Democratic colleagues in the Congress. Stop defending the status quo economically.
Bernie, how about you stop defending fuck shit, you crooked mouth bastard? Sit your old ass down, drink your Metamucil, and change your depend, you old bastard.
An economy in which the rich get richer and working people struggle should not be defended.
Well, why are you out there defending George Soros, who is a billionaire? Bill Gates, who is a billionaire. God damn it. We see what the fight's all about. We see what the fight is all about. Y'all fighting for y'all master George Soros and them cronies, right? And it's a new sheriff in town, God damn it, that can match that dollar. That can match that dollar, God damn it. That's what the problem is. Rolling that joint this morning.
Then started making its way through Center City starting just after 5:30. NBC 10's Aaron Baskerville has been following the march and joins us now from Broad and Race Streets with the latest. Aaron, a lot going on behind you.
Yeah, a lot going on, Fred, right now. Things kind of took a little bit of a turn. Some of the protesters got a warning twice to vacate so they can open up Broad and Vine, and you can see some are now being put in zip ties and being led away over to a bus that's over there. We've seen at least two others being put in zip ties. So as you can see back over here, there's a line of officers here. I'm going to see if somebody will talk to us and see if she'll say anything to us about what's going on right now. Do you have anything to say? No?
Solidarity.
You're a fool.
Is it worth it?
Solidarity, but in her community, she don't even advocate for solidarity in her community. She cut on her TV today, somebody got killed in the community. And that's a fact, god damn it. Stop with the fake shit. Stop getting these $50 batteries put in y'all back. You only get you doing all this for $50? You that fucking desperate? Fucking idiots.
To make a stand like this?
Solidarity forever.
So you're what's going on right now?
Solidarity forever, but it's people still getting killed in their community. Babies being shot down like millions. You understand me? These people are fake, y'all. Their playbook is trash, y'all. You only see these motherfuckers when it's time to cause mass confusion on the peoples. They use it. I'm tired of our own peoples ain't learned nothing yet. You wasting your time when you out there protesting. God damn it. Stop being a follower. Damn. You ain't getting shit out the deal, god damn it. You woke up this morning with a motherfucking rap on your rap sheet. Fucking with crooked mouth Bernie. Did he bail you out? Or are they gonna give you money towards your lawyer? They gonna pay your fines? Oh yeah, that's right. The DA, the woke DA in Philadelphia dropped all the charges. They got this shit rigged, y'all. They got it rigged up, y'all. And we all know the DA from Philadelphia, once again, is part of George Soros. Woke DAs. We know that. I showed the proof on that, y'all. Pay attention, y'all. That playbook wide open. That shit trash. You can decipher it as they running the play. You like, oh, okay, the motherfucker gonna come around here, go around there, do this, that, and the third, and I'll be right here waiting for that motherfucker. Right? And that's all it is. That playbook is trash, y'all. We already know, what's his name? The DA from Philadelphia is part of George Soros. Woke DAs. We know that. He funded, I forgot his name, the DA. You understand me? Larry Krasner, that's his name, Larry Krasner. He a woke DA paid for by George Soros, ladies and gentlemen. And that's a fact. You can do the research. I already did the research for y'all. It's on the video. Only thing you got to do is scroll down, watch the videos. Y'all be like, oh, shit. He done pulled the veil back on all this foolishness they got going on their playbook. You understand me? Yeah, that play. Then y'all say, yeah, that playbook trash. You can see it. Soon they start running the play, you see the fuck shit. You see it. Like Bernie, way from Vermont. He in Philadelphia. Why? Because it's the woke DA. So if those protesters get locked up, the DA just gonna let them go. Y'all, they ain't gonna press charges on them motherfuckers. They gonna let them go, y'all. And that's a fact. 100% fact, not fiction. Continue, crooked mouth.
Do you have anything to say? No?
Solidarity.
Is it worth it to make a stand like this?
Solidarity forever.
So
Solidarity forever. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, she cut her TV on. Somebody got shot and killed in her community, or somebody got carjacked last night. You understand me? Fuck out of here with that fuck shit, fake shit. Goes to show you got a battery in your back. You should be ashamed of yourself. We in 2024 and you still out that motherfucker like you in the 60s. Like I said, most of these elders, y'all need to fall back. Fall back and do your research. Pull your phone out. Ain't that what y'all told us in the past, goddammit, when we was growing up? When y'all thought y'all had all these degrees and knowledge to tell us right from wrong, goddammit? Well, guess what? Times has changed, goddammit. Times has changed. It's time for y'all to pull your phones out and start Googling history of these same people y'all out here capping for. Alright? And you'll be surprised what you've been defending and what the Most High say about that. And a lot of y'all take oaths to these different organizations and y'all stand on it. And then soon you get in some type of turmoil, you start praying for God. And your calls go unanswered, goddammit. Figure it out. Denounce all that foolishness y'all involved in, goddammit. And come to the reality that we all humans, goddammit, and we gotta work together. If you're a fucking American, goddammit, to put America first. Stop fighting for these other illegal migrants in other countries. Why? Because their aid got cut. The king came in and cut their aid. So what they do, the other billionaires, the Soros and the Alex, his son, that's running the show now, what they do? They go out there and they pay these puppets $50 to go out there and hold the sign. Understand what I'm saying, people? It's that simple. The play is wide open. This is what they've been doing since the 60s. Understand me? They came up with that plan, that play. That's when they was creating their playbook. You understand me? It took us to get to here to decipher through their playbook to say that playbook ain't nothing but trash. That shit is of the devil. Everything in that playbook. Everything in the playbook is of the devil. And that's a 100% fact. But meanwhile, in between time, before I lose my train of thought, they having something down here at the racetrack down here on 291 for the Kentucky Derby. Right here by the turn in right here by SSC. SSI, one of them, not SSI. SCI, I'm sorry. SCI Chester. State Correctional Institution of Chester, Pennsylvania. To my left. Got a couple nephews up in there right now that just touched down. That's up in that joint. We at, nephew? Meet me out back, goddammit. Nah, you ain't gonna do that. Motherfucker ain't shit. They like, shit, I ain't trying to go back. Nah, that was my uncles that did that shit. You know what I mean? But yeah, the racetrack that way, y'all, straight ahead. They having something down here where the peoples can come down and watch it today. So it's gonna be loaded down here. I think it started like 2 o'clock or something like that. Down here where you can, you know, watch the festivities. Enjoy yourself. But meanwhile, back at the ranch,
You heard right there, solidarity forever. A lot of workers and protesters were out here starting at 4 o'clock or so, fighting back against the Trump administration, fighting back against the wealthy billionaires, sticking up for workers and things like that. So just follow me back over here. Sorry, we're just trying to navigate through some of the area. Back over here is where a lot of the protesters, about 50 or 60 or so, are sitting right now. About 30 minutes ago, I can tell you that some of the protesters said, if you're not sitting with us, you guys can go home or either go to the sidewalk where others are right now. So just follow me through over here so we can give you a better view of what's happening. So obviously there's a lot of officers here. There's a bike line. This is where all the demonstrators and protesters have been sitting and chanting and trying to get their message across. Obviously, they do not want to leave. They're going to stay here until this. And so they're put in zip ties and led away. So right now, at my last count, there was about 50 or so.
Where he was initially hired.
until they put in shackles.
The crowd then started making its way through Center City starting just after 5:30. NBC 10's Aaron Baskerville has been following the march. He joins us now from Broad and Race Streets.
Will talk to us and see if she'll say anything to us about what's going on right now. Do you have anything to say? No?
Solidarity.
Is it worth it to make a stand like this?
Solidarity forever.
So you're what's going on right now? Do you have anything to say? No?
Solidarity.
Is it worth it to make a stand like this?
Solidarity forever.
So you heard right there, solidarity forever. A lot of workers and protesters were out here starting at 4 o'clock or so, fighting back against the Trump administration, fighting back against
SCI right on the right-hand side of us, y'all. I'm at the light on 291. 291 and Morton Ave. Prison right on our right-hand side.
the wealthy billionaires, sticking up for workers and things like that. So
George Soros and his cronies. That's who they out there defending. Made that motherfucker come from behind veil. Like the Wizard of Oz, goddammit. When they found out who the Wiz was, it was Richard Pryor up in that motherfucking shit. They made that old motherfucker come out the motherfucking world. Be like, oh, they cut my funding. I gotta come out here. Oh, hold on. I gotta spend some millions for my millions to get out there and parade out there like Muppets and puppets. This gotta be one of the longest lights. This light gotta be in the World Guinness Book of Records. You understand me? That's one of the longest lights. Let's go.
Just follow me back over here. Sorry, we're just trying to navigate through some of the area. Back over here is where a lot of the protesters, about 50 or 60 or so, are sitting right now. About 30 minutes ago, I can tell you that some of the protesters said, if you're not sitting with us, you guys can go home or either go to the sidewalk where others are right now. So just follow me through over here so we can give you a better view of what's happening. So obviously there's a lot of officers here. There's a bike line. This is where all protesters have been sitting and chanting and trying to get their message across. And obviously they do not want to leave. They're going to stay here until this. And so they're put in zip ties and led away. So right now, at my last count, there was about 50 or 60 folks that are sitting down. I don't know if all of them are going to be taken away in custody, but this is the turn that just happened just as you were coming to me live right now. There's another one over here, Mark, being led away back to the bus. Of course, later on, we'll try and get official numbers for you. As
Back to the slave ship. Back to the slave ship, you mean?
How many decided to stay here, take that stand, and be led away in zip ties. But that's the latest right now.
Led away in shackles.
Obviously, the scene just took a turn here. They have some of the gates back over there. They did not want these demonstrators and protesters to get on at 676, so they had gates in this area blocked off. They did that since about 3:30 or so this afternoon. But this all started with the rally down at City Hall with Senator Bernie Sanders. Then protesters made a lap around City Hall, and then they made their way here to Broad and Vine. As you can see behind me, there's just so much going on. Here's another one, Stop the Billionaire Takeover. He's wearing that sign as he's being led away by officers.
The billionaire takeover. They out there defending billionaires on either side, though. Understand me? At least King Trump, he doing the right thing. He putting the American people first. You understand me? Y'all jump slam out the window and start defending illegals and the LGBT mooks. Y'all was trying to convert the world over to mooks. That's what y'all love defending. I don't understand this shit, man. But it's right there in our face. The first gay president, Barack Obama. And they were saying Michelle's name was Michael. They got a whole bunch of secrets going on. You understand me? Transgender thing they was trying to promote, which is being exposed too. They was promoting them LGBT mooks to different positions over people that was qualified for the position. Equity. For what? So you can have a mook in there? A fucking mook? Fucking shit up like they did? The helicopter crashes, goddammit. The plane crashes, goddammit.
Over here, once again, you know, they're just setting up perimeters. We're in the perimeter right now, so I'm going to try and get out of here and get out of the way, Fred. But we'll send it back to you. You can just see kind of what's going on right now. A lot going on here at the intersection of Broad and Vine.
They was marching them to the bus. They was marching them to the bus, y'all. When they was doing that little bullshit protest. The protester slaves got marched to the bus, and then eventually they got put on a plantation. And the woke DA freed them. Your ass in there. Woke up today, if you didn't get out from yesterday, hair matted to your head, stinking.
Kidding.
What happened, Bernie?
Oh my God. That is unbelievable. It's true? It's true. Oh my God.
I know. We know, Bernie. We know it's a joke. Like, damn. We had the news on our team line saying it was a big turnout when it was only a handful of us out there sitting on the bottom of the slave ship. And then they escorted us to the holding cells. God damn it, we seen that play. That shit was trash. Straight up. Motherfucker seen that play, it was like, hold up, that shit trash. Facts. 100% fact, though, not fiction.
What's going on, cuz? Gang.
Let's go.
With Walmart Plus.
They thought they had buried, silenced, forgotten, but he was never meant to stay in the dark. They dug his grave, but they made one fatal mistake. They left him breathing, and a man who still breathes is a man who still fights.
I watched them dig my grave. I watched as they laughed, their hands covered in the dirt of betrayal, their eyes shining with the satisfaction of my downfall. They thought they had won. They thought they had buried me. Beneath their lies, beneath their schemes, beneath the weight of their cruelty. But they made one mistake. They forgot who I am. I have never been the kind to lay down and die. I have never been the kind to accept defeat. They shoveled the dirt over me, thinking they had silenced me forever. But I was not dead. I was waiting. I was learning. I was growing stronger in the dark. They should have known better. There is something different about me. Something they never understood. I am not weak. I do not break. When the world turns against me, I do not shatter. I sharpen. Every betrayal, every wound, every whisper of doubt they tried to plant in my mind, it only made me stronger. They mistook my suffering for surrender, my silence for obedience, my patience for fear. They were wrong. I clawed my way out of the grave they made for me. My hands bled. My body ached. But I never stopped. The earth they buried me beneath was meant to be my prison. But I made it my foundation. I rose from the dirt, covered in the remnants of their betrayal. My heart hardened, my spirit untamed. And now, the ones who sought to bury me are the ones falling in. They never saw it coming. They were too busy celebrating their victory, too consumed by their own arrogance, to realize that the ground beneath them had begun to crumble. Every lie they told, every deceitful act, every moment they spent pushing me down, it all piled up beneath their feet, turning solid ground into quicksand. They are sinking now, clawing at the air, begging for a hand to pull them out. But I am not a savior. I am not here to show mercy. Not anymore. They dug this grave, and now it belongs to them. I feel no pity. They did not hesitate when they pushed me in. They did do not pause to consider the weight of their actions, the cost of their cruelty. They never stop to wonder if I deserved it, because to them, my suffering was entertainment. My pain was validation. My downfall was their triumph. But the rules have changed. I stand at the edge of the pit now, looking down at them as they struggle, as they scream my name, as they beg for the same mercy they denied me. Their voices are raw with desperation, their eyes wide with fear. I do not answer. I do not move. I only watch. This is justice. This is balance. They created a monster, and now that monster is watching them fall. The same hands they used to bury me are now reaching for salvation, but they will find none. I am not their savior. I am not their second chance. I am not their redeemer. I am their reckoning. I have been burned, but I did not turn to ash. I have been broken, but I did not shatter. I have been left for dead, but I did not die. I endured. I overcame. And now I rise. This is not revenge. This is not vengeance. This is the inevitable consequence of their own actions. This is the universe setting itself right. I have no sympathy left to give. I wasted too much of my life trying to understand their cruelty, trying to justify their betrayals, trying to find reasons for the wounds they inflicted upon me. No more. There is no justification. There is no excuse. They are not misunderstood. They are not victims of circumstance. They are simply reaping what they have sown. They underestimated me. They thought I would stay down. They thought I would never rise again. But I have always been more than they could understand.
With Geico, we can easily bundle home and car insurance.
We ain't Marcus up, ladies and gentlemen. We ain't Marcus up, y'all.
He's been stronger than they realized. And now, they see it. Now, they know. Now, as they sink into the grave they dug, they understand the truth. I was never the one who was doomed. They were. I breathed deeply, taking in the air they tried to steal from my lungs. The sky is wide and endless above me. The sun shining down, warm against my skin. I am alive. I am standing. I have won. I walk away from the pit, leaving them behind. I do not need to watch them fall. I do not need to hear their cries. I do not need to see their end. I have already won, and I am never looking back. But the victory is not just survival. It is transformation. I am not who I was before they betrayed me. The person they tried to break is gone. The ashes of my past self have been swept away by the winds of time, leaving something unyielding in its place. I have become something else entirely, something beyond their reach. They thought they could define me with their cruelty. They thought they could write my ending. But I am the author of my own fate. I am the fire that burns away the weak, the storm that cannot be contained. And now, I walk a path they will never understand. The echoes of their screams fade behind me, swallowed by the silence of their own making. The grave they dug has claimed its rightful owners, and I have no reason to linger. There is nothing left for me in that place. I move forward, unburdened. I do not carry the weight of my past with me. I do not let their treachery stain my soul. They may have tried to bury me, but they did not break me. I have walked through fire, and I have emerged unscathed. I have walked through darkness, and I have found my own light. I am free, and that is the greatest victory of all. Let them rot in the grave they made. Let them drown in the lies they wove. I owe them nothing, not my hatred, not my pain, not even my memory. I am done with them, and I am finally truly alive.
Isn't that man the person that everyone loved?
He was once, but that version of him is gone. You can see it in his eyes.
What? What happened to him?
They happened. The ones who used him, betrayed him, broke him. They thought they could shatter him and leave him behind.
And now?
Now, they face something they never expected. Something they cannot control. They created their own nightmare. And now, they have to live with it. And there's no going back.
I am not who I was. The person I used to be is gone. Buried beneath the weight of betrayal, of pain, of every scar etched into my soul. I was remade in fire, forged in suffering, sharpened by every knife that was driven into my back. I did not choose this transformation. It was forced upon me, carved into my bones, seared into my skin. The kindness that once lived in my heart was crushed under the weight of deception. The mercy that once softened my spirit has been turned to ash. I remember who I was before. I remember the light in my eyes, the warmth in my chest, the unwavering belief in the goodness of people. But that belief was a weakness, and they fed on it like vultures picking at a carcass. My compassion was a leash, my trust a cage, and they kept me bound until they had no more use for me. Then, they discarded me, left me to rot in the darkness they had shoved me into. But they underestimated me.
He doesn't even look like the same person.
Because he isn't. That man is dead. What stands before us now is something else. Something stronger. Something darker.
I did not die in that darkness. I did not wither away, did not surrender to despair. No, I became something else. Something stronger, something ruthless. My pain became my weapon. My anger became my shield. My suffering became the furnace that burned away everything soft, everything weak, everything that could be broken again. I have been reborn, but I did not rise from the ashes as a phoenix. Number, I rose as a beast, a creature without chains, without limits, without fear. They tried to break me, but they only freed me from the illusions that once held me back. I see clearly now. The world is not kind. It is not fair. It is not made for those who hesitate, who falter, who cling to hope like a dying flame. The world belongs to those who are willing to take what is theirs, who refuse to bow, who refuse to kneel.
You understand me? You understand me, heathens? fact, not fiction. 100% fact, not fiction. Around here, we produce the facts for the peoples. So the peoples can decide. We don't decide for the peoples like the Democrats do. They try to decide for y'all. That's why y'all in the turmoil y'all in now. Letting other people think for you. Goddamn it. Think for yourself, goddamn it. Use your own goddamn thinking cap, goddamn it. Use your own goddamn thinking cap. Put your own thinking cap on. Goddamn it. I know they kind of bamboozled you with that jab that you took. A lot of y'all took that jab. And you see the effect of it. You see the effect of that shit, man. You motherfuckers are in denial. Y'all got in denial juice in y'all. Y'all got that Soros juice up in y'all. God damn it.